Hey Pilates lovers, Reformer Experience is helpful for this workout. If you have a set of weights, keep those nearby. We're going to start with your footwork. Head up or down for this variation today. I'm placing my arms long at side, head is down, knees bend into your chest, heels together, toes apart. Lead with your toes first, extending and bending the legs. Higher legs are going to be more supportive, lower legs present more challenge. Find a doable place to send those legs out. Continue to press your heels together. Abdominals are pulling in and up. Once you've done 10, you move on to your arches. Imagine your arches are hooked over the bar, extending out and bending in. Inner thighs are hugging into the midline, reaching through fingers. Extend and bend. You have 10 in total, finding a little bit more flow from here, going out and in and stretch and bend. 3, here's 2 and 1. Knees come in, you change to your heels now. So all 10 toes face you. Extend the legs and bend the legs. Extend and bend. Continue to reach through the crown of the head. Deepen the abdominals away from the reach of those heels. Get longer every rep here. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Reach, resist, reach, resist. Tendon stretches next. Reach those legs out long and a point and a flex 8 times. Pull those abdominals in and up. Find length. Flex, point, flex. Rest when you're done. We'll move right into the next exercise, the 100. Knees go into chest, head and shoulders lift. Reach the arms long, legs out to where you need them to be. Pump vigorously, full breath in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Deep breath in for 5 counts. Exhale out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, inhale, fill up. Exhale, deepen those abdominals in and up. Again, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Over halfway there, Pilates peeps, looking good. Keep that energy up. Full breaths in, full breaths out. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Deep breath in. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, fill up. Exhale all that air out and rest. All right, time to grab those weights. We're going to use them for a stabilizing exercise. So take the weights vertical up to the ceiling. Press the palms into the top of the weights. Connect in from shoulders to hips. Legs extend up to the ceiling when you're ready. We'll begin with a prep, a single leg tick-tock variation. Pressing into the weights, slowly start to take one leg out away from the midline and bring it back to connect. Open, resist the leg back in. Other leg, resist back in. Go as far as you can keep the shoulders, the ribs, hips, the weights pressing into the mat. Moving into your leg circles, 5 in each direction. You'll open, lower, bring the legs back together. So notice the circles aren't going to be very big. Imagine more of an oval shape. Once you've done 5, you'll reverse the direction. The only thing moving are the legs. Once you've completed those leg circles, make your way up to a seated position. Sitting up tall here in a cross-legged position. If you feel like a block or a blanket would be supportive for you underneath the seat, feel free to grab that. I'm going to have you take the arms and extend them at a low V formation, slowly lifting and lowering the arms. Stay as tall as you can. Even weight in those sit bones. We're going to shoot for 8 to 10 of these, lengthening out through the crown of the head. Reach, resist, and lift, and lower. Focus on not moving anything else except the arms. Keep the abdominals pulling in and up. Find space in the spine. After your last one here, bend the elbows, taking the weights towards the forehead for a salute variation. Stretching the arms to the ceiling and resist. Lift and resist. Stretch and bend. Keep those elbows wide to the side here. Hold those arms out long and see if you can uncross and recross with a different leg in front. For hugs, open the arms, resist the arms in. Inhale and exhale. Continue to lengthen the spine, lifting the ribs off the hips. A soft bend into the elbows. And again, you're going to work towards 8 of these. When you're done, just place those weights behind you. For the next exercise, we're going to come into a short box series. So feet can either be planted on the mat or, depending on what's available to you, hooking toes under a strap like I'm demonstrating, or even under a piece of furniture. Round back is first. So taking a light grip behind your thighs, rounding back, rounding forward, maybe going all the way down to those shoulders, maybe just finding a halfway point. After your last one, we'll do about 3 to 5. Come on up for a straight flat back variation. So I'm going to take a hold of my weights just to intensify the work a little bit here, keeping my elbows bent. Take a nice lift here before you hinge. Keep the legs strong and engaged, seat muscles. Nothing changes in the spine. Hinging back, bring it back up. Let's take 2 more here. Big lift, hinging back, rotate through your ribs. Just a little variation and come on up and rest. Interlace your fingers, nice stretch up and over for a side to side. Just opening up the side body here and then going for a little twist and reach. Big lift, rotate through and up and over. Next up is tree. We're going to keep it really simple today, lying all the way down onto the back. Just focus on the stretch of the hamstring, reaching the leg up, bending the knee, rolling out the ankle a few times, and reversing that. Allow the right leg to go long, and take the left knee in. Doing the same thing on this left side, bending and extending, breathing, inhale and exhale, holding your leg up. Roll the ankle out a few times. Reverse the direction. Reach your arms up and overhead and roll up to reach for toes, ankles, or shins. The next exercise we'll do is long stretch. Find your plank. Shift your weight forward onto the tippy toes. Push out through the heels. Forward and back. Forward and back. Keep that slight tuck of the tail. Keep wrapping the shoulders into the back. Reach long through the crown of the head. Forward and back. Forward and back. Pike your hips up to the ceiling. Walking your hands and feet a little closer. Coming in for an elephant variation. So I'm going to start by walking my hands back to my feet, staying in this forward folded position, releasing any tension in the neck, the shoulders. Feel free to roll out the wrists a little from holding those planks. And then carefully walking the hands back, but try to keep the weight in your heels. Scoop the abdominals up to the ceiling, round through upper, middle, lower back, and now walk your feet to meet the hands. And walk the feet away from the hands. Try to keep those 10 toes lifted to the ceiling, weight into the heels. Last time, walking your hands back to the legs. Stay in your forward fold position for a breath, and then walk the hands back, lowering yourself all the way down to the mat. Rest for a moment, adding in a basic extension exercise, swan prep. Stacking hands, forehead rests. This is just a nice way to counter what we just did in elephant. Focus on the length of the spine, lifting, lowering. After the last one here, take yourself up and back to a rest position. Take a couple of deep breaths before we move into the next exercise, knee stretches. For this variation, take the shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees. Tuck your toes under, scoop the abdominals to the ceiling, and hover your knees, holding this position for 20 to 30 seconds. Focus on that count as well as your breath. Shoulders are down. Keep pushing your mat away to continue to lift your powerhouse. You have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest the knees. Find your rest position one more time. Rolling out the wrists. Stack the spine back up. Shoulder roll. Flipping things around so you're lying on your back. This will look very similar to a shoulder bridge. We're coming in for pelvic lift, but taking the hips up a little higher for this variation. Create space from your ribs to hips, and then melt the spine all the way back down. Take 3 to 5 more. Slowly lifting the hips, slowly lowering the hips. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Knock the knees a little side to side, creating some space, gentle twist. For the last exercise, coming up into your kneeling front splits. This will look like a low lunge and a half split variation. You'll take this forward and back about 5 times. After your last one, coming in for balance. Find your low lunge. Right hand presses outside the right knee. Inner thighs hug into the midline. Left arm reaches up. Side bend. Coming right into the other side. Left foot goes forward, right leg goes back. Low lunge. Shift your weight back. Half split. Lengthening the spine. Wide collarbones here. And again, you'll do 5 on this side. After your last one, find your balance. Low lunge. Right arm reaches as the left hand presses to the outside of the left knee. Gentle side bend. Sitting back to the heels one more time before we bring this up to a stand. Finishing with standing breathing. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lower. Lift heels, lift arms, and lower. Last one, big reach up. Stay tall, stay balanced, everyone. Till I see you next time. Great job.